Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Today we've got 11 new mods for Farming Simulator 22 to take a look at. For all platforms, we have 7 new, and for PC and Mac, we have 4 new. I make mod review videos every time mods drop on the official in-game mod hub, so get subscribed if you're new. That way, you never miss any. First up today, new mods for all platforms. We have the JCB Teletruk from Ross in Mods. We've been talking about this one quite a bit in Farm Sim News, and it's great to see it finally here. 62 horsepower, 50 liters of fuel, 12 miles per hour, and it weighs 4.8 tons. This is in the forklift category, and it is a new JCB forklift for you guys. Only going to be 3 slots on console, so super low slottage on here. Color options, so you can change up the colors however you want. Did I really just change that to a yellow? I sure did. Change it whatever you like. Even the rim colors, we've got matte gray, we've got a matte black, you've even got chrome on there if you really want to, plus all base colors. So how cool is that we've got a JCB, we've got a new forklift, and you can change up the colors however you like. I love it. Next up, we've got a big pack of big John Deere tractors. Oh yeah, this is the John Deere 8R, 8RT, and 8RX. This is the 2020 pack that we got Farming Simulator 19, but it has been totally redone. Look at this thing. That's insane. I love it. One thing the pack is missing for Farming Simulator 19, you may have noticed, the 7R. It is not in this pack, at least not as of right now. Maybe we'll get an update down the future. This pack actually works alongside 2 other mods that we're going to talk about after this, but let's get into it. Let's just start with the 8RX. Why not? From Sid Modding, 357 horsepower on this. We got a CVT transmission, 851 liters of fuel, and 24 miles per hour. This is going to be 18 slots if you guys are on console. Now, let's get this started. So we can see at the very, very top, we have a factory mount set for liquid fertilizer. That's on there. You kind of want this to be in a certain spot if you want to use the next mod. So let's talk about that. We start in standard. Well, we just get standard tires, right? Then we go over to a row crop. Cool, very good, looking great. ExactRate heavy duty, and then back to standard again. So you can see it says ExactRate in front of both of these, but in front of this version, it just says standard. Well, because the next mod we're going to talk about are fertilizer tanks that go on the back of this. We've done a first look video on that already. Check it out if you haven't already. I'll do my best to leave that link down below. And this video will show you the rest of the information. For today's video, we're going to be going with ExactRate heavy duty on the design, although you can change it up kind of however you want through there. Actually, we'll get more options. Let's just leave it here. Extra lights, no or yes. We get some extra lights on the front. Triangle, yes or no. We get a tractor triangle on the back. That's going to be good for US people. Configuration, 3-point front weight. You can also adjust how much of the front weight is there. Love that front 3 points. We'll leave it there, but you can take it off completely if you like that look. Engine setup, we got all the normal stuff, the 310, the 340, 370, and the 410s, all the way at 458 horsepower on here. Track setups, EU, EU 3 meter, US, US 2, US 3, and then back to EU. So multiple different versions of each. I love that they included these because this right here, these are the only US version that we're used to. So there you go. Also, main color, this is the tint on the windows. So if you want just a standard tint, go with that. If you want a little bit of a blue tint, go with that. And then you can go with a little bit of a grayish tint on there if you want. Now, for our sake today, like I mentioned, we are going to be going with ExactRate row crop tires on heavy duty. Yeah. Next up in the pack is the 8RT. Now this is going to be 357 horsepower, variable transmission, 764 liters of fuel, 24 miles an hour. It's going to be 14 slots for you guys. Front weight, we've got basically nothing. And then you could throw in a couple different versions of the weight and then nothing. Again, no front 3-point on here. Triangle, just like the previous tractor, absolutely. Design EU or US. For today's video's sake, we're going to go with a US. Engine setup, of course, normal stuff you're used to, 310, 340, 370, 410. Great to have those. And then track setups. So we have a standard track here. And this standard 2, then standard 3, and a little bit wider. Oh yeah, and we're really going out there now. So we've got a 3-meter spread on some big chunky boy tracks. Yes, plus we have our options for the glass color. And finally, we have our R series. This has been totally redone in the 2020 spec. This is going to be 16 slots on consoles. Of course, we start at 315 horsepower, but as you know, that's going to go up. Variable transmission, 727 liters of fuel on this one's much higher, and 31 miles per hour. You probably go like 32, 33 if you guys are using miles per hour. 14 tons on this, pretty heavy. Wheel brands, Michelin, Continental, Trelleborg, Midas, BKT. And then I'm just going to go through a few of these so you can see kind of what to expect. Yeah, we've got some big boys with some big weights on there, and that's just in Michelin tires. We've got Continental. We'll just kind of scroll through these. A ton of different options for Continental tires, so just choose what you like and rock and roll, man. You got those absolutely massive row crops on here. They look super good. Back and forth, just choose whatever you like. Actually, I'm a big fan of BKT, so we'll just kind of go through here. You can see we've got a really, really nice wide on the BKT. As far as designs go, US and EU versions on here as well. Fenders, you can adjust your rear and front fenders. Triangle, of course, yes or no. We'll go with that. Configuration on the front, we have 3-point. Front weight or basically nothing. I actually like this version. This is the version that I tested early on. Then we've got different front weights, or again, your 3-point. Your engine setups. We actually go a little bit lower here with the 280 instead of starting at the 310, but we do go all the way up to the 410. So you got a 445 horsepower in here, plus your glass tent. And that's it. That is your John Deere 8R, 8RT, 8RX 2020 pack from Sid Modding. But that's not all, because we have the John Deere integrated ExactRate 8RX tanks. These are the ExactRate system that I was talking about when we were showing off the wheel setup. So you want to make sure that you have the appropriate and the correct setup for that. As you can see, these kind of go on the inside where the wheels, or tracks rather, would go. These hold 3,785 liters of liquid fertilizer and herbicide. They're going to cost you 45 grand. We're a little high there, but nothing to worry about it. It's a pretty sweet rig, and it's going to take up 4 slots. Whenever you get those, and whenever you get your John Deere, this is what it's going to end up looking like. We'll kind of hop in here and show you, just for an example. We'll go ahead and take these off. Boop, just like so. And that's what you're going to be ending with. So all you got to do, pull forward or back into it, get it about right up, beep, and there you go. These only work with the John Deere 8RX that came with this pack. So please do not be trying to use this with the base game 8RX. It will not work. However, something that this entire thing works with the 8RX with the integrated tanks is the John Deere 1775 NT 2022 model. This is from JHG Modding, and it's going to set you back a cool 20 slots. 6,825 liters of seed and fertilizer capacity, weighs 11 plus tons, 340 horsepower required. The 8RX works just fine. Just put your big engine on there. 17.8 meter working width at 9 miles per hour. This does all of your standard planter crops, so corn, sunflowers, soybeans, sugar beets, and cotton. And it's just incredible. GPS configuration, you can add that if you want. Of course, it doesn't do anything, but it is cool to have. And then we have factory mount set for liquid fertilizer. So this is actually going to add a separate hose. Take a look at the very, very front of the planter. I can't get in, I can't zoom anymore, but that's going to put that in. If you want to use this with anything, just use it as it is. If you'd like to use this with the integrated tanks, it actually has hoses to hook up to them. So that's really, really sweet. Otherwise, I would say there's not a whole lot to it, but there's a whole lot to it. Definitely check out that first look video I did. I go into depth about everything. This planter is awesome. Next, we've got something super cool. This is the StalkBuster Pack. This is a stubble-destroying technology that's integrated into the headers of forage harvester headers. It's mainly used to tackle the European corn borer, which is one of the most economically important pests of corn, destroying about 4% of the annual corn crop worldwide. The StalkBuster crushes all corn stubble before they are pushed down by the forage harvester or the transporters. The integrated mulcher has both relatively low power requirement and a relatively low weight. As far as these go, you can see all of the ones that they're available for. We've got, let's see, what is this? Kemper, John Deere, New Holland, and Kloss. on a couple different versions, so that's great to see. They do say all cutters with StalkBuster are about 10% more expensive, so as you can see, instead of 100,000, this is 110,000, and they are a little bit slower. This one goes at 5 miles per hour instead of 6. With each version, though, you can choose your specific cutters. For example, we've got that now. The John Deere, mainly just for the John Deere. The New Holland, only for the New Holland. But your Kemper, well, you can go back and forth. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's awesome. From DjGoHam, we have the Kverneland DL Pack, or Cedar Pack, rather. We've got a bunch of different ones here, and the thing that shows off the most to me, I guess, is, well, they're all 3 meter, and a couple of them are just a little bit faster than the others. I believe that these go from like older, because this definitely looks much, much older, to something that's absolutely brand new. So very cool to see all of those through there. As far as slottage go, they're all going to be 5 slots for you guys. You can increase capacity, and you can change up your wheel options. You can even make those wide tires, so that's pretty sweet. You've got mechanism covers, disc markers, etc. Even set up your rim color if you really want to. That's pretty sweet. I mean, it's just a set of planters at the end of the day, but hey, check it out. And your last new mod for all platforms today is the Lizard MT from Caster. Yeah, great to see them getting some mods on the mod hub. We've got 2 trailers. These are going to be primarily for milk and water each. I say primarily, they are for milk and water each. Wilbrand's Continental, not getting Trelleborg. We also have a design, so you can go with a German milk, English milk, French lot, or nothing. Either way. Capacity, we have a small capacity, middle, and big. So if you want to do maybe more realistic, 14,000, middle, 18, or 24,000. Nothing else changes. That's purely just for players and the ease of playing, getting things back and forth a little bit easier. Main color, let's change it up to a nice blue. Ooh, that's a pretty blue. I like that. Design color, let's go yellow. All right, that color option fell apart. And then rim color, of course, we'll just go with red. There you go. And we have license plates. That's pretty sweet. Making our way into new mods for PC and Mac players. Today we have the Fertilizer BigBags pack from Salmon345. Yeah, I can't read any of this. I think these are all fertilizer. They're all 5 or 600 liters. One of them's 600. Costs a little bit more. I don't get it. It's just fertilizer. Your next new mod for PC players today is going to be additional field information from Yummy. This displays additional information on the field info panel when walking through a field. So the area of each field in the current land area, and price per hectare or acre of the cultivated area land that you don't own. So there you go. Pretty sweet. We also have the load HUD from Stinger Top Gun. This is a small HUD which shows your current engine load in percentage. The shown value is the average of the last 60 frames. And your last new mod for PC and Mac players today is a mod that I've been waiting on. It's here finally. The Crosshair Mod from Viper GTS 96. This disables the crosshair, or you can even set it to your own color. Default values are main crosshair, you've got invisible, the pet crosshair is in blue, or your grab crosshair is in green. These settings are located in your mod settings folder with the save game folders. The file path is printed in the game's log.txt first time the mod is used. Well guys, that is going to be it for today's new mod video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, join the GoHam fam, notifications, etc, etc. Mods dropped super early today. They dropped almost an hour before I was even out of bed, so maybe tomorrow I'm gonna wake up a little bit earlier. Hopefully mods drop early then too. Check these mods out. You got some really cool stuff today. Hope you have a great day. Hey, we'll see you later. Peace.